Yesterday, I was a judge at the Madison, Tennessee Regional, and that was my first official tenure at a Konami regional. I thoroughly enjoy judging. I get paid, and I get to tell people they're wrong and things like you're stupid. Warning for any new judges: um, you always have to treat everyone like they're the stupidest person in the world, regardless if they are or not, because the way that you have to work through rulings is speaking as layman's terms as possible while trying to understand what's going on. And then after being technical, you have to go back and make sure that they understand why everything is happening. Don't assume that anyone, whether this is their first or 500th regional, knows procedures in terms of how long before your opponent doesn't show up, you get a free win, exact procedures and time. I drew a card under reckless. What do I do? Like, you just have to assume that everyone's stupid, or rather ignorant about things, and they just don't know the full extent of the procedures of rulings and everything like that. Really, I'm bad about this, and I think judges should do this more. Is definitely make sure that people read cards. I think Iggy Azalea would look like me if she cut her hair short and dyed it brown. Aren't our feet just the shoes of life? What stresses me out is that I've never actually seen myself. I've only seen reflections of myself in pictures. I just don't think it's fair that God made me so cute, and it's just not fair. So overall, I got compensated pretty well in terms of stuff. Sounds dirty. When you ask a judge over, don't just ask like a really generic question. Probably my favorite ruling of the entire day. Oh, a table like 700 or something. Something just ridiculous. We had 200 people there. Mermail fucking player versus Black Garden. Like, Black Garden is one of my least favorite cards to deal with in terms of everything. They attacked a Black Garden token with Goyo Guardian and killed it. And so that was happened before I walked over there. They called judge over. I've been to this guy's table about 10 times during the day. It was actually a total of 7. And they asked me, all it was can Goyo kill the token? Or can Goyo steal the token? And obviously the answer is no, but I had to explain it to them because I couldn't just say no and walk away. Like, you just, as a judge, you have to explain things or else it's not good enough. So I said, well, let's read the card, because that gives the judge an opportunity to make sure the ruling is correct. And so if we explain it to them, then hopefully rulings like this won't happen in the future. They'll both be satisfied, etc., etc. So what I said was, Goyo has to destroy a monster by battle and send it to the graveyard for it to steal a monster. In Yu-Gi-Oh, tokens, they don't hit the graveyard. They just disappear, unlike Magic, where they hit the graveyard and they get exiled or something, whatever the terminology is. Tokens just disappear in music. Yu-Gi-Oh. So my response, then I followed up by saying that, and I said, so the token is never going to hit the graveyard. Goyo's effect will not activate when it runs over this token because it is not destroying a monster by battle and sending it to the graveyard. Thus you're not going to get anything. And the player looked at me, blinked a couple of times, and said, so do I get the monster? I learned patience yesterday. The second biggest thing that gets players frustrated the most is when they want to get knowledge from me or from the judge about how situations will play out. As a judge, if there's an illegal activation, we're allowed to say if something's illegal. But sometimes people will try to go above and beyond that and get better knowledge, and sometimes all you can do is say, you have to keep saying, just like, once you play cards, I can tell you how they interact. We'll let you know if you're trying to activate something illegal. Player A had a Thunder King and attacked player B's Thunder King, and not even upon damage step, just said, Thunder King attacked Thunder King, Forbidden Lance. It was upon attack declaration. Player B has a face-down Forbidden Chalice on the field, and he calls me over. Okay, what seems to be the issue? And then player B says to me, hey, can I activate this? And that's like the worst question that you can ask. I mean, how do you play cards if you don't activate them? So you didn't describe the situation at all. I asked them to back up about everything, and same thing, attack declaration, activated Forbidden Lance. I told the player, I said, you can make plays and I will tell you how they interact, but so far you have not requested an illegal activation of a card. And he's like, so what happens when I play it. And I'm like, no, I can't tell you what happens when you play it. You can read the cards and see how they interact, but there's no specificities for what I'm going to be doing. I can't give you outside information. I can't tell you that you're stupid or things like that. And so he said, okay. He said, okay, when you play Forbidden Lance, I'll play. Or he waited till damage step. He was like, damage step, Chalice, and his opponent kind of looked at me and looked back at him, and he was like, okay, it was lanced, so it's not affected by other spells and traps and shooting Chalice. And then the other player looked at me and was very confused, like, well, you said I could activate it. That's a really unfortunate, like, never try to get information from your judge, because it's probably going to screw you over in the end like that. I told him that I would tell him if he activated something illegally, and I said that you need to declare your phases and substeps and everything like that about your activation of cards, but I cannot give you a ruling until something has been presented, and no, you have not attempted to do anything legal. Would I judge again? Yeah, I would definitely judge again. I actually enjoy judging. I enjoyed judging so much yesterday. My feet were a little sore. I was kind of hungry because everyone got O'Charlie's except me. I really wanted chicken strips, but well, I mean, I didn't. Don't worry, I had the opportunity to get O'Charlie's, but I chose not to. But yeah.